Hey, what's good, y'all? Tristan here, and today I'm going to be answering some of y'all's burning questions. I'd like to start off this video by first thanking all of you who submitted questions on my Instagram. You know, if you haven't followed my Instagram yet, it's right there. You can go check it out. So the first one is, have you ever been hiking by yourself? I have been hiking by myself. I go hiking by myself quite frequently. I remember being in a place in Tasmania, no cell phone reception, no one within like miles around me. I didn't even know where I was, all by myself. And I remember thinking, I was like, if something bad happens, I'm really screwed. Like, I didn't even have cell phone reception. Might not be the smartest thing, but I don't know. Guess that's what you gotta do sometimes when you travel alone. This is a good one. Is there any particular food that you miss from the US? And yes, there is a bunch of food that I miss from the US, but it's very specific to where I'm from, specific to Texas, because when I went to university in Illinois, I also miss these exact same foods, and that is good Mexican food, Tex-Mex, they're different things, and good barbecue, like good slow smoked brisket. But it's actually weird, the thing that I've been I don't know why, I've had this weird craving lately for Chick-fil-A. Suggy B asked, have you been swooped by a magpie yet? And I haven't, but it is mid-August right now, and magpie season is right around the corner. Worst travel experience story. So, my first video I ever uploaded on YouTube, well, I did one video that was like intro to my channel, but then the first actual video I ever uploaded was a story of me telling my worst travel experience up to that point. So if you want to see a real throwback, you can check out my first YouTube video ever where I talk about this hostel from hell that I stayed in England. I did have another really bad experience in a hostel here in Australia, in Cairns. There was this guy who was like creeping on me in the bathroom for like a long time. He was like spying on me when I showered. It was really messed up, and yeah, it went on for like a month. Like, it was a lot to this story. I filmed a video talking about that and a couple other stories that I just didn't post because I don't know, it was gonna be kind of long and I didn't even edit it yet. But if that's something that you guys would be interested in hearing more about, then yeah, let me know in the comments and I'll get that video put together. Next up, we got advice for someone who is feeling stuck in life. Everything's good, but just don't know what to do next. So my best advice, okay, I have two things. First would be just try new stuff. Like, just keep on doing things until you find something you like. You definitely can never go wrong with travel, like I guess once things open up again. But my main piece of advice, and this is a big way in how I live my life, is you should make decisions that will make your 70-year-old self proud. So just think, will older future me be happy with that decision that I made? The next question is from Craig, and that is, what do you think of Australian politics compared to all that is going on in the US? Well, that's a good question. I definitely appreciate that politics are not nearly as crazy here as they are in the States right now. From what I have seen of Scott Morrison, I do kind of like him. He seems to be handling the COVID situation pretty well here, especially compared to the US. And he's been through, like, there's been so many crises in Australia this year between like fires and then flooding. And like, I know he was criticized for like going on vacation during the fires, but overall I thought they were handled like, again, I don't follow the news too much, but I thought they were handled pretty well. Next question is, when did you start to travel? So I traveled around North America a little bit, like growing up, but my first real time exploring outside of North America was actually just 2 years ago. I don't know, for some reason out in the middle of nowhere, I was just like, you know what, I wanna go somewhere for a summer. And so I got a job working in a hostel in Thailand. I did not know a single thing about backpacking culture. I didn't know that there were people that were like, even had this lifestyle. I hardly even knew what a hostel was, and yet I was working at one. And it was like the best experience ever. When you talk about like, what do you want to do if you're stuck in life? Like, do something like that. Like, I just did that, and oh my God, it completely changed my life. It like led me to what I'm doing now with like trying to travel as like a lifestyle, if that makes sense, and doing YouTube and all that type of stuff. A ton of y'all asked about my work. If I worked, I work in Australia, what do I do for work, blah, blah, blah. And yes, I do work. It's not like I'm a full-time YouTuber or anything, or have like an inheritance fund to blow. I started coaching gymnastics in Australia, and then I was working at a bar / restaurant, and then now I am installing tiles. So for all you people asking, you know, like, how do you afford to travel and do all this stuff? Like, I don't know, like, anyone can really do what I'm doing. Like, I am working a pretty much minimum wage job, getting like $25 an hour here. And yeah, it's just enough for me to get by with my lifestyle, you know, work for a couple months, save up money. I do work a lot. Like, I've been working, the past month has been one of the most crazy months of my life. I've been waking up at 6 o'clock every day, getting to work at 7, working until like, depending on the day, 4:30, 6 o'clock, around there. By the time I get home, have dinner, like shower, it's like 7, 8 p.m. Work on some YouTube videos and then go to bed, maybe get a hike in or do something cool on the weekends if I can. And I was just talking, I haven't slept more than 6 hours in a night for the past 3 weeks, so yeah, we're burning the candle at both ends, but I love what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm just doing what I'm passionate about and love. Cats or dogs? 100% dogs, total dog person. Favorite color? Green. Have you picked an AFL team? Kind of. So I have a good friend I went to uni with who lives in Melbourne, and he is a huge fan of a team, what is it? Essendon? Yeah, Essendon Bombers. Essendon, is that how I said it? I don't even know how to say it. Essendon Bombers, I think that's it. That's who I go for because he goes for them. But yeah, I don't even know like a single player on the team, but that's who I say I go for. You like meat pies. Have you heard or tried of a pie floater? I have not heard of a pie floater. Actually, wait, what is a pie floater? Oh, okay, I just looked it up. I actually have had a pie floater. Oh my god, it was amazing. Yes, I love pie floater. BB21BB and Haley, hi Haley, Haley's a friend of mine in high school, asked why did I move to Australia? And I moved here because I just wanted to start traveling, and like I want to travel for the next like 3 to 5 years, I knew. And so I knew Australia's like, it really is. It is the perfect country to start out traveling. It's super easy to live here. It's so beautiful. You can see amazing things. Like the wages are great, so you can like, yeah, you can make good money. You can easily travel, and you can even save up money. It's really close to Southeast Asia, which is another place I really want to travel and explore. So yeah, until Corona happened, I was planning on going there. I got tons of questions about Australia, so I'll just go on a little rant and answer all these questions. I was originally gonna leave in September, like, yeah, really soon, and I was gonna go to Southeast Asia for like 4 or 5 months and travel there. That was all before COVID. Now, like, things change week by week. Like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do next week. Things change all the time, but here's kind of my options. So, my visa ends on October 2nd, and I'm thinking about going to New Zealand, but I can't do that with COVID. So my plan B, which is most likely gonna be plan A, and I'm gonna extend my visa, get the COVID visa, and stay in Australia longer. If I do that, I really wanna get to Western Australia. It seems awesome, so I'd like to spend some time there, but I can't even get there right now because of COVID. I don't know when I'll be back in America. I do wanna go back for the holidays, see my family and whatnot, because I haven't seen them in a while. But again, like if I don't think I'll be able to get back out of America, like after the holidays, then I'm probably not gonna go back to America, which would really suck, it'd be sad. But yeah, something else I'm entertaining the idea of is getting a job in either Switzerland or Germany, because those are kind of pretty central in Europe, and I could work there, especially if I could get a job that works like 4 days a week, that'd be awesome. And then I could travel to other countries on the weekends. So yeah, those are kind of like my 5 plans that are all in float right now, but yeah, it's all gonna be depending on how this virus pans out and whatnot. Oh, and Jenny, my favorite place to travel to, I'm gonna have to say, in Australia, favorite place to travel to has been Queensland. Like all over Queensland is just so freaking awesome. Like Queensland is amazing. Everywhere I've gone in Australia, it just keeps on getting better. Regarding a citizenship, I'm not really going for a citizenship right now, like just because I want to travel to other countries eventually. Was uni worth it? And also, did you go to college? Yes, I did. But I honestly, I think about this all the time. I don't know if uni was worth it. I'm gonna say it was worth it for me, but at the same time it wasn't. So why it was worth it? Well, it was worth it because it was kind of free for me, because I got a good bit of scholarship that paid for a lot of it, and then the rest that the scholarship didn't cover, my parents paid for, thankfully, so I was really lucky there. I also did it in 3 years. If I did it in 4 years, I don't know if it would have been worth it. But yeah, I definitely think like the first year of college was totally worth it. Like you just learn so much, like when you're living on your own for your first time and you're like, I don't know, just like establishing yourself as an adult. It's a real growing period. And then it was also worth it because I made some of my best like deep friendships I think I'll have for life in college. What didn't make it worth it was the shit that you learn and like the insane amount of money you pay in America. If I graduated with like $100,000 in debt, like hell no, I would not do college. If I were to do it again, would I go to college? Probably, but to be completely honest, if I didn't go to college, I think I still would have made it work, and I don't think I would have regretted not going to college either. What's something you've always wanted to do but you haven't done yet? Okay, so this, guys, this is something that I've more recently kind of thought of, not recently, but you know, somewhat recently, and that is I want to road trip Africa. All the traveling I do, I pretty much always do it alone, and the one thing with Africa is I don't want to do it alone, so if I ever find like a good friend to go travel Africa with, I am so gonna do that. I want to spend 1 year in Africa just going around like, that would just be like the ultimate adventure in my opinion. Like I don't know anything about Africa. Like there's like over 50 countries there. I could not tell you anything about most of the countries. I don't know what's there. Like it's a huge continent. I'm sure it's filled with some beautiful, amazing nature. Like it's just so unexplored. There's been a lot of travel influencers who have gone into like Southeast Asia and really like shown the world how beautiful Southeast Asia is. I would love to bring a lot of attention to Africa. It's just like, it's like one of the few places on earth that I just know so freaking little about, and I just like to hop in there, explore it, see its beauty, and yeah, share that with others. Where do you want to be in 5 to 10 years? That's a loaded question. The way I look at it is instead of where do I want to be in 5 years, I think of what do I want to do in 5 years. And in 5 years from now, I want to have traveled Africa for a year. I want to travel all over Southeast Asia. I want to see more of New Zealand. I want to do Europe. I want to make great memories, have new experiences. I want to grow my YouTube channel, stuff like that. As far as 10 years go, I will say in 10 years from now, I hope I'm in like somewhat of a serious relationship. I don't know. I really want kids. I love kids. I don't want to have them, obviously not in my 20s, hell no. Maybe a serious relationship and getting close to having kids in 10 years, but yeah, probably still not kids. When I hit 5,000 subscribers, like this guy named Josh, this guy in my hostel, got me like all these balloons, and it was like really nice of him and like surprised me. Anyways, yeah, a bunch of people thought that Josh was like my new boyfriend or something. So yeah, is Josh your new boyfriend? Not a question, more of a demand. Ask Josh out. No, Josh is not my boyfriend. But to answer another question I got from a lot of you was, are you single? Do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a crush on anyone? Blah, blah, blah. Yes, unfortunately, actually not unfortunately, yes, I'm still single. I am like very happily single. I am quite content being single. Some days I'm like, yes, I would love to have a boyfriend, but at the same time, like, I don't want commitment. I want to be able to go to, if I want to go to Sydney tomorrow, I want to be able to go to Sydney tomorrow. I want to be able to go wherever I want to be able to travel. The reality is the lifestyle that I want to live right now isn't really suitable for being in a relationship. Yeah, next question I got was, do you have a crush on anyone, or do you have like any celebrity crushes? Let's see. I'm honestly not too big in like celebrity crushes. Like I couldn't even name that many celebrities. That's just, I don't know, not what I'm into. But I do gotta say, if I had to pick a celebrity to date, probably be Tom Holland. I think he is so fine. Like, God, such a, look at that man. That is a sexy guy. More relationship questions were, have you been in a relationship? If so, how did it go? Have you been dating around the world? And how come you haven't been in a relationship yet? So yeah, the last question answers the first one. I have not been in a relationship, and I haven't really been dating around the world. I've been on 2 dates since I've been in Australia. And yeah, they were both one-time things. Okay, one, the guy couldn't speak English, so that was definitely a bad date. And then my second date was this guy who turned out to be like a total drug addict. So like, it was wild. You know, in the beginning of this video, I said I talked about like being like sexually harassed in like a hostel shower and whatnot. Well, in the same video where I talk about that story, I also talk about going on this date with a drug addict. So I don't know, if y'all would be interested in hearing that type of stuff, like Tristan's travel stories, I will make a video about that. I've already filmed it. It's just like, it's gonna be really long. So I don't know, would y'all watch a really long video like that? I don't know. We'll say this. Let me know in the comment section below if you want to see that video. And also, if this video gets 500 likes in the first 24 hours, then I will make that video. Anyways, back to the question. So yes, I've been on 2 dates and they have not been good. One was with a drug addict and one couldn't speak English. Someone else asked about my coming out experience. I did a whole coming out video, so I'll also link that in the description below. And yeah, I have a couple other questions about like gay stuff, but like, I don't know, if you want to know that stuff, just go watch my coming out video because I kind of answer all those in that video. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I loved answering y'all's questions, and yeah, I hope you got to know a little bit more about me. Peace. Get there. Got it.